welcome to Chicago Reacts. My name is Lauren, and today I'm watching another Jingle Man thing. I did a Jingle Man video. I actually, worked on one and made something myself. It was fun. It was enjoyable, and I really liked learning about this Christmas creepy cryptid. So I've discovered, or at least it was sent to me, the idea that somebody else has also started talking about this guy. So this is a podcast episode from the Sinister District. The link for this video and their channel will be in the description box below. I apologize if I sound weird. I'm sick. Great way to start out the new year. But I also got new headphones, so I've, good and bad stuff. Got my sweatshirt. It's got skeleton on it. But anyway, I figured let's go a little bit creepy, because we're doing something a little bit creepy. I'm not really sure entirely what to expect, except for talking about the Jingle Band. So I'm curious to see if they're going to bring up new stuff that I didn't learn about. If they're going to talk about some of the stuff I talked about in my video. Let's just begin. Okay, got my tea. If I pause for any reason, it's because I need to go get more tea. Well, and I need to talk. I'll pause for talking too, obviously.
Live from the Sinister District and the great beyond. Good evening, everyone, everything, and all creatures of the night.
Hi!
I am
It's
Michael
me.
Fall,
Hi,
alongside
Michael.
Mr. Curbs. Tonight we welcome a guest who is an undertaker and who might have a Christmas spirit following him. Stay right where you are. You're listening to the Sinister District.
Okay, fun. This is going to be very peaceful, I think. Just like this lovely little... this background here.
Okay, folks, before we
Just
get straight into this...
Okay, it's been a while since I've done a video that was just me listening to somebody. I've done them before, mostly with Warhammer stuff, but... okay, so if I fall asleep, it's because he's got a soothing voice and we're in a soothing area and I've got some soothing tea.
Let me just clarify what this Jingle Man creature is, because a lot of people have been asking me. So, this is an urban legend. It is a shadowy or ghost-like figure said to announce his presence with a jingling sound, often bells, keys, or metal. The sound is typically described as slow, irregular, and unsettling. Heard before the figure is seen. Some common settings for the figure is dark roads or woods, near abandoned buildings, outside windows at night. And the legend often warns that if you hear the jingling get closer, you shouldn't look outside or follow.
Oh, I like that.
So today we had a guest who...
Curb your inner white woman and don't go explore. How about that?
may have experienced
Just me?
the Jingle Man firsthand. And he has gone through many different encounters, and he now seems to be losing his hearing, possibly as a result of encountering the Jingle Man. So this is a horrifying story.
Is this real?
So buckle up, folks. And what is this? Some kind of sinister district? Anyway.
Clever.
Sorry.
You should be,
Enjoy.
but that's okay.
Enjoy the episode.
Okay, let's go. All right. I feel like this is maybe kind of more of a creepypasta thing, urban legend. Unless this, I mean, I don't know. There was that TikTok that guy seemed to believe
Tonight,
it. So.
we are joined by a man whose childhood grief and work collided with something he thought only existed in the stories. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's guest, John.
Hi, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, you guys can hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah.
You could hear
Sorry, I'm a bit hard of hearing. They tell me I talk funny now because I can't hear as well.
He sounds like a
You're good.
regular
We can
old
hear you.
man.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good.
Tell us about your situation, John. What do you do for work?
Oh, well, I can't say too much of what I do for work because we take care of a lot of families here to keep things confidential.
I knew you
But
said he was an undertaker.
I guess I could say I work as an undertaker.
Yeah, that's what they said in the intro. I was
Okay.
listening.
Very interesting job.
What's your favorite part about
Yep.
that job?
Nobody can hurt you. I mean, with all
Okay.
the machines now taking everybody's job, you're not going to take away death care.
I mean,
And
fingers
I
crossed
would
anyway.
hope not.
and yeah,
And I guess, you don't have any particularly annoying clients. I work in food service industry, and yeah, some people are the worst. I guess if they did, they're not complaining too much. I guess they don't have to work too much with the families of the deceased.
and you know, dead people can't hurt you. They're dead.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
AI can't take away undertakers.
I wasn't expecting this to go into like an
It
AI
can haunt
thing.
you, and that is what we have possibly here.
can't.
So the story is that your dad, he got laid off a bunch of Christmases, right? And
Yeah. Well, my dad was a junkie.
Oh.
He had a heroin addiction, and
Just airing all of
when
that
I was
out.
growing up, people didn't see addiction as something you could. They just kind of was like, well, get over it. Go back home and get off the shit and come back to work. And so when you come home, you get off it for a little while. And mom worked, and dad was home, and me and I had sisters, and we were too young to know what was going on. We just were happy to have. He was home with us, and when he was, I don't know what you'd call it. I think they call it withdrawal. When he was done with that,
Oh,
then he wanted to be part of everything, and he
all
was.
right. That sucks to have to do
he
that
was
with.
like, he would write us Christmas notes from Santa and all that. He did all that kind of stuff.
To like have to go through all of the withdrawal like with your family right there, like in your house with your young kids. That would scar a young child, I would think. Seems like once he was kind of done with that part though, he was attentive. Seems like a wild thing to just like put out on a podcast though. I have a feeling that they're protecting his identity a little bit,
Nice.
And he used to tell us, what you ever hear the old Christmas song that says talks about telling ghost stories. Well, he told ghost stories around Christmas time, kind of like the Christmas Carol story. And
I'm scary
he
ghost stories.
my
of
dad would
Christmases
tell
long,
us
long
about something
ago. That one.
I guess we always just thought it was something he made up. He called it the Jingle Man. This dumb, stupid thing. But come to find out, my father must have heard it from someone else, I guess. I don't know.
Jingle Man. Interesting.
I've only just
Oh,
recently
this-
heard
yeah,
of the Jingle Man myself, so
Yeah, go on, Curbs.
Oh no, you can go.
What does
Everyone's
this
polite on
Jingle
this
Man
podcast.
entail? What is the first thing that you've heard of him? What did your fathers tell you?
Well, my dad told us that he was like kind of like the evil spirit of Christmas, I guess, or the winter. I think nowadays you might hear something like they call it Krampus,
Yeah.
whatever.
Krampus.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
I've heard of Krampus. Yeah.
I'll say like the stuff that I've heard of the Jingle Man, he doesn't really sound exactly like Krampus. Like they seem a little different. Like Krampus and the Jingle Man do not seem they don't really have the same MO. And at least what I was getting from like some of the stuff that I was finding on the Jingle Man, it does seem a little bit more nebulous than Krampus. And it feels a little bit more like like seasonal depression and guilt like coming together to make to get in your head and you do weird and bad stuff. He's an interesting creature in that regard because he's a little bit different than Krampus, who's a physical being. But maybe this guy is going to tell us a story about a physical creature, which would be interesting.
So it's like that same kind of idea, except that he don't look like a goat. He looks, I don't know what he looks like. It's not really a look. But it's not that he comes and gets, like, what is it, like naughty, bad kids. It's that he comes
Right.
and, if you become, when I was growing up, if you were sad for too long, they didn't see you as being sick. They saw you as being selfish.
Mm.
Right.
So the idea was if you're being melancholic, is what the doctors called it then. If you were melancholic, they say the Jingle Man's going to come and make you tear yourself apart.
Oh, just because you're
Which I
sad?
think was like a nice way of saying kill yourself.
Okay, so I guess it, like, again, talking about the wintertime, feels like it's one of those, like, yeah, it explains away, like, the rise in that kind of thing over the wintertime, maybe? Because, again, a lot of the stuff I found was from pretty far back. Like 1600s kind of thing is like some of the stuff that I was finding. I found some stuff talking about the Jingle Man. So it would be interesting if it is just literally, I was right, it was depression,
And so,
just given form.
you ever watch kids open up presents on Christmas
Yeah.
and tear the wrapping paper up like wild animals?
Yes.
That's what he makes you do to yourself.
Oh, good. Oh, okay.
So is this like a cryptid, or is it a spirit, or an entity? You'd say.
I had kind of heard that, like, that's one of the things that I discovered, but that was a little bit more visceral. For some reason, maybe just hearing it out loud like that put the image in my head a little better.
Spirit? Is that?
I don't think it was a ghost. My understanding is that the Jingle Man is something like I like that word entity. That's a good way to put it. I think it's
I like entity.
I guess the Christians would call it a demon. My daddy never
They call everything
said
a demon,
specifically
though.
what he was. I don't know. I think he was more like what do you call it? Like a
Manifestation.
force of nature.
Or that.
I don't think he was really a man. I think that's just the way he wants you to see him.
Right.
Now, I couldn't find a lot of information on about the Jingle Man online. But you said
There's
it
not a
wasn't
ton.
something like this was like something pre-existing before, like that your father found out about. It wasn't like his creation, right?
I thought it was his creation. Growing up, my sisters and I, we thought he made it up.
See, I mean, I can believe that because I thought my dad invented Spider-Man. When I was a kid, when I was like 4 or 5, I 100% thought my dad invented Spider-Man because he told us stories if we were driving somewhere short. If we were driving somewhere like 20 minutes away, he would tell us little stories to pass the time. But he wasn't. I didn't find out until way, way later that he wasn't coming up with stories on his own. Like, he was reformatting. He was just retelling a Spider-Man story or a Superman story. Or one time he told us the story of the Battle of Gettysburg, but he used dinosaurs and unicorns as the fighters because we wanted stories about dinosaurs and unicorns. So it's like, I mean, your dad tells you weird stories as a kid. Absolutely, you believe he made it up.
We never thought it was anything besides that, and then come to find out, as I got older, I work in this job. I work nights, and I have a lot of time to read, and I read little ghost stories, and next thing I know, I find people are talking about this thing, this little boogeyman thing, and this is years after my father's passed away. And I thought, oh, I guess Dad didn't make it up. It's something he must have heard from somewhere else. And
that would be kind of wild. Your childhood ghost story comes
the only
back.
other thing I can find on it is that they called it, I think They called it. I don't speak German, but it's something like uh, what's it called? Glockerman. Glockman. It means bell, but
Okay.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where this legend comes from. If it doesn't come from my dad, I don't know that. I just know that my father. He told us the story, and we were very young. And when I read this story online years later, after my father had passed away, there's this dumb little like Christmas carol my father would sing to us.
Oh, okay. So I'm finally gonna get to hear what the Christmas Carol sounds like, cause like I found a creepy pasta, I think, that had like the grandma's Jingle Man story. So I found that creepy pasta, and curious to see what this guy's interpretation of the song is gonna be. Just I'm curious. We are, by the way, we are approaching. I'm doing my best to approach this whole thing as a valid, like, true experience. All right, like that is my goal here. I get so cynical whenever I talk about anything that's like creepy or cryptid or anything like that. And I'm trying something new. I want to see if I can approach this like with a purely open mind, as a like, or at the very least, like, this guy believes it, you know? So because again, I'm not sure what the deal is, or if he'll ever even see this video. I don't want him to think that it's like that I'm making fun of him, you know? So I am going into this acting as though I'm taking it all at face value is what I'm trying to do here. Uh we'll see how long it lasts. I'm doing okay so far.
When he would tell us the stories, and it's silly. It's very simple, little childish thing.
Sing it.
And
I want to hear what it sounds like.
when I read the little story, well, it was word for word the same thing, and I knew immediately my father could not have come up with this because it was verbatim, and that's what made me think I have to look this up. And like you said, I have not been able to find very much about this thing online, but I did talk to these
Again, mostly
people,
creepy pastas and like one or two little references. That's it.
and are they tell me it's because all these legends are oral tradition, and they have only recently become something that's been written down.
All right.
And they say that's
Interesting
because
theory.
of uh, what do they call it? Immigrant children.
I just figured it was what do they call it? Immigrant children. I just figured it was more of a like, if it's an old legend, things get mishmashed together, you know? Like you have a bunch of different Christmas? What am I even ugh, Christmas monsters of some sort, and they all kind of get mushed together in a kind of way, and then like the one that's the most dramatic, which is like Krampus, is the one who gets, you know, talked about the most, and something that's a little more subtle, um like Jingle Man here gets a little bit glossed over.
Coming over here
Hmm.
and then writing down what their grandparents told them.
That makes sense. What is your nationality? Where do you come from? Your descent?
A little bit of Polish, a little bit of Irish, a little bit of French. But my understanding is that the closest thing that can be found what this is something from the Germans.
Right.
I think Krampus is also a German creation. So
That's what I understand.
That sounds
yeah,
accurate.
probably makes sense.
So it has something to do with the bells. You hear the bells and you sense danger. Have you this is like a tale, right? He hasn't experienced it personally, or
Well,
What are you about to
I
do?
don't know.
Oh, getting sneaky.
I feel so
You haven't
stupid saying.
experienced
I feel so stupid saying this.
No.
You already talked
That's what
about
we're
your
here to talk
heroin
about.
addict
To raise
dad on the
awareness for
podcast.
whatever it
Yeah,
may
you
be.
never know if like maybe more people like there might be someone out there that might know more information about the Jingle Man.
The podcast guys are
This
being
time
very
of year,
polite too.
a lot of young men take their lives.
Like people in
People
general.
are lonely this time of year, and it's cold, so you don't have anybody. You stay inside, and in my line of work, we have a lot of suicides, and it's my job to go remove the bodies and bring them in, so they can prepare it for the families. And uh, well, maybe I'm speeding up too much here. That story I found online with the same little song poem thing that made me think of my father who passed away.
I
My
was really hoping he
father
was going to sing it
overdosed.
for us.
I reached out to the writer of that little short story, and I never got an answer.
Gotta keep the
And
mystique. I get it.
my sister said leave it alone, so I left it alone. But then, just recently, rather recently, we had a suicide. I got the call from the police, and I showed up on site, and we had a young man, who had taken his own life, and he was
It would be a
laying there.
hard job being an undertaker.
It was a mess,
It's horrible.
and yeah, and so I put on my gloves and I pick him up and put him on the. It's like a stretcher. It's not called a stretcher though.
It's a gurney.
And he's got all these like newspaper clippings and pieces of paper and I don't know what it is. And we're trying to pick it off. And we put him in the bag. We take him to the van. We get him back to the home and we bring him in and we're cleaning him up and we're cutting the clothes off and throwing it away. And as I'm pulling off the pieces of paper,
Why are you going through that?
one of them was,
That's not your job, right? Or was he covered in
I don't
pieces
know
of
if it was
paper?
like a journal entry or something, just some kind of scratch pad.
I missed
It was
something.
the poem.
Wow.
It was the poem that my father said that I read in that short story. And that shook me up. But that's not even why
That would be weird.
that's not why I feel so stupid. I feel stupid because I can't hear anymore. Because ever since I first read the little short story and tried to reach out to the man, I haven't been sleeping very well. And then people at work started saying they couldn't understand what I was saying. And so I went to the
That's
doctor
weird.
and he recommended a ear, nose, and throat physician. I'm losing my hearing. And it sounds like constant ringing in my ear.
Alright. Tinnitus. My grandfather had that.
So like the jingle sound.
It sounds so fucking stupid.
Dang, okay. Good dude.
No, it doesn't sound stupid.
Hey man, people have these experiences, and people never get to hear them because they're too afraid. And we could see your strength through this.
Well, it's also one of those things too, where like you have a couple of coincidences like this and something that like kind of maybe creeped you out in your childhood. Then you see some stuff that like it showed up, it's around. I don't want to like discount anything, but it's like it would freak you out, and like in the human brain does some weird stuff, dude. Like the human brain does some really, really weird stuff, and a lot of things can get kind of conflated and like it does suck though. It's unfortunate. And like my grandfather had tinnitus, and he had it real, real bad for almost his entire adult life. And it was a ringing in his ears, right? It was a ringing in his ears. I don't think it was jingling ringing, but ringing nonetheless. And like he was like almost stone deaf by the time he died. Like, I mean, he had the hearing aid, and he definitely did the thing where if people got too family for him, he'd turn it off. He was funny in that way, but it sucks. It sucks
because not too many people are going to share their story, and you sound like a very strong person.
I like how supportive the podcast guys are being too.
And you know, your line of work is very tough, and
damn straight, yeah. Not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Said.
I don't know. I think honestly, I think I'm just scared of losing my job. Can't talk about a lot of stuff, you know, because it's
no,
it's like,
I mean we're relatively small, so I really doubt that
They
it'll
are.
come back to you.
Especially if we
You
gave you a
never
fake
know.
name.
you never know.
That's true.
So, did your dad describe this Jingle Man to you? In the poem, right? Can we read this poem? Let's see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pass on this
there's,
curse.
Here's bells and darkness dwells, hide quiet in your beds. The Jingle Man will come again and leave you when you're dead. That doesn't really describe what he looks like, though.
Yeah, it's just the poem.
I don't remember hearing a whole lot about what he looks like. I just remember. I remember some stories, some versions of it I've heard where he is supposed to be like this living skeleton thing. And then I've heard other versions where you
Zombie
never get
skeleton.
to see him, you just hear him. And
The Confession of the Bells creepypasta that I found, and I did some reading of on the other video. That one, he was described as a living skeleton. But it also seemed like that was a dream sequence, you know? So, like, it could have gone either way.
you see his victim.
Like, I just kind of thought it was, like, her manifestation, like, what her brain came up with, you know? The narrator of the creepypasta.
You see the people he's taken, surrounded by them. They just get more and more. Usually they're naked, covered in blood, screaming at you, but no noise is coming out.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he looks like.
Do you think the person you saw who had the Jingle Man poem on them looked like how it's like says like in the poem
Good question.
or in the story?
Good question.
Yeah.
Oh, he just say it was a mess.
Wow. That's honestly a large string of coincidences that may or may not be coincidences.
Okay. Where are you going with this podcast, man?
It's actually quite
How about
fascinating.
How about the fact that all of it's in the same state?
Yeah, what state are you from?
Don't tell him.
I'm not telling you that.
Yeah, don't tell him.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
Gotta keep a secret.
fair enough.
I mean, if it's all in the same state, that feels like a supernatural episode to me, a little bit, you know? It's like, this feels like it should be more everywhere.
Willing to provide us any photos, or, I mean, you don't have to.
Oh, ew, no, I don't want to see photos.
I don't have them, and also I can't. I wouldn't. That's illegal. I can't take pictures of people when they pass away.
Oh,
That's
not like
against the law.
that. No, I meant like if you have any photos or references of like this creature, the Jingle Man, or
Oh.
He said
any
he didn't even know what it looked like.
No, sir. I thought it was something my dad just made up to try to scare us to be good on Christmas.
right, okay.
I'm sure somewhere on the internet somebody's made up some kind of picture for it. I don't know. I've never seen it. It's more I've seen too many things that connect me to it,
Okay, that would freak you
and
out.
that makes me feel like I'm maybe going a little crazy.
Hmm. So would you say the Jingle Man is a localized myth?
I don't know. I thought it was just my family. then and then the internet's telling me it's not. And then
Things are getting unearthed.
this group that I got in touch with, I think you talked to them.
Oh, there's a group?
Right.
Miss Sherry tells me that
There's a group now. Didn't know about that.
this is an old, like before the days of Christ old.
Oh, dang.
Like this is
Well, see, that makes sense than what I was saying earlier, too, that it's like a manifestation of seasonal depression. Because, like, people, back in the day, there always had to have, there had to be a reason, for stuff to happen. So, like, it makes sense for it to be proto-Christian, because, like, you need a reason for the months, to keep your family close and to try and stay called community even when it's cold outside, and to talk to people. Gotta give them a reason for it.
like an evil spirit of winter kind of thing. It's I've heard some people say it's like, what is the Skinwalker one here for Native Americans, but not here. It's over in Europe. Yeah, that thing, the wind thing. I heard it's like that, but for Europe.
Oh.
That doesn't seem quite right,
but
or is it more of a just like a because it's the evil like spirit? Is that why? Because I was like those two creations are very, very different. Like they do not act in the same way, even a little bit. But I think maybe he's talking about it's a spirit thing.
It doesn't eat you. It doesn't possess you. It makes you hurt each other.
And yourself. Primarily yourself.
Or yourself.
That's what I've heard. That's what I primarily
horrifying.
Yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you described it perfectly. You said it felt like someone had opened my head and copied my memories.
Did he say that?
That line is...
I don't remember.
I could feel that. It's pretty creepy how all these things line up.
I know a young man who I heard about from the group.
This group?
I have lost contact with him. I know he's located somewhere out in Washington.
I want to know more about this group.
He, whenever he thinks he sees something, he picks out his phone and he takes pictures of it and he puts it on the internet. And I have never seen anything in his videos. They showed it to me. I didn't see anything.
Oh,
is that the TikTok I saw?
But I understand that he is. I've spoken with him, and he has told me he is seeing a head shrink, and they have put him on many, many drugs, and he says it's just making it worse.
Yeah, here's one of the videos, I believe. I don't see anything.
Actually, that's one right there. I've seen nothing in that video at all. Nothing.
I'm going to assume that it's the TikTok that I posted in the last video that I did.
But I know that I have spoken to that man. He's convinced that there's things, but I don't see anything in anything he's ever shown me. I'm afraid. I'm afraid the young man is crazy,
Aw. Okay.
just like the man that killed himself. And
So, all right. So I was trying to be all nice and not be like, this guy is seeing things or like reading too much into something. This guy, he's like, oh, they crazy. It's like, come on, dude. Let's all be sensitive to each other's potential mental illnesses. Maybe.
my father, which makes me wonder if I'm crazy too.
Well, he says though he claims to see Jingle Man in these videos, or a different creature.
He claims that he sees. I don't know if it's the Jingle Man, but I know he says he sees the victims of the Jingle Man.
Oh. Ugh. That's worse. That's so much
He
worse
says
than
they're
I
screaming at
thought.
him.
Why? Oh, dear.
I mean, maybe. I've heard of people who could see and hear spirits. Certain people can do it. Maybe. That's
Is
a
that
big
not, like,
maybe. I don't know.
clairvoyant?
I'm gonna go with a no on that one, dog.
I don't know if anything. I work with death a lot. I have never seen anything to make me think that there might be anything after death. I'm not very religious,
You don't believe in an afterlife.
no. But I am either losing my mind or there is something haunting people.
Again,
And I
it's
think I
the
might be
seasonal
right.
depression. I think it.
Do you believe in ghosts then?
Never used to.
I think it's like seasonal depression mixed with Catholic guilt. Like, you know, you feel bad for something you did, and it just starts to eat away at you because you don't have time to do anything but think about it, and it like gets into your brain.
Never
Have you
used
tried
to.
seeking, like if you think that like I don't know you might be like haunted or something, have you tried seeking like any kind of like any help or like support?
That's what the group
Another
was
good
for.
question.
Like nothing like family or anything?
Yeah, like your sisters who also would have
My
known about this guy.
sisters,
Thank you.
they never had any kids, and they kind of disappeared on me. They
Aww.
talk to me sometimes, but
You know
the
what?
group
Valid. I guess that can happen as you grow up. I don't really talk to my brother very much.
formed because we don't fit any diagnosis. We don't have any kind of, what do the shrinks call it, DSM thing. We
I have
haven't.
no idea.
There's nothing they can find. But we all have the same paranoia, the same nightmares.
Ooh, you didn't say that.
I don't know what you call it, delusions. Hysteria. We all have the same thing.
All about the Jingle
And
Man. They're all similar in that regard. You're saying.
you know, I don't know if they call it. I don't know what they call it. They all think that they're being. They all think that they are hearing things telling them it's cold, you're alone, you're done. Tear yourself open and join
Dang.
us.
Dang.
That's very horrifying.
That's real horrifying. That's dark AF.
Let's break down this Jingle song. How would you describe the meaning of this?
Just a dumb thing kids would say when they're skipping rope.
Or not, because your
So
dad
you don't
created
think
it.
it's anything that serious?
Oh, I think it's serious.
Because sometimes there is ghost calls and things to summon spirits and
Are there?
different sayings.
Like what?
You boys ever watch a movie with Vincent Price called The Tingler?
No.
No, the only thing I can really think of as the Tingler is Chuck Tingle novels, so maybe I'm not cultured.
It's an old
No,
movie from
no.
like
I needed to
from
get
like
more
the
tea.
1960s. It was what do you call a B movie? It's nothing. It's nothing. And the idea of that movie was your mind makes things real.
Oh,
And
okay,
if
like a
enough
tulpa.
people share the same thought,
Like a tulpa.
you manifest it and
Like
it
a
becomes
tulpa.
flesh.
That's so cool. Tulpas. Love it.
Do you think that relates to what you're experiencing?
Yeah.
Ooh, that could be a fun little
'Cause I-
twist on the story if like it really didn't really exist outside of like four um little tales, and then as somebody found like the someone wrote the story. I don't know, like people started like actually bringing it more to fruition just by simply by starting to talk about it now, as opposed to decades and decades ago. That could be funny. That could be
I'm
interesting.
losing my hearing.
Hmm.
And the doctors don't know why.
You're old? I don't know.
So they don't know, like, it's not like because of like any other factors. They have
There you
clue
go.
why you're losing your hearing.
All I know is the cilia in my ear are dying. Like they're hearing loud noises that's killing the cilia. The little
Ugh.
hairs that make you hear vibrations, they're just falling off and dying.
Ew.
I don't know why.
Maybe this spirit
Are you-
travels.
So is
through-
he not actually hearing it himself? Like it's something like super subconscious. Like he doesn't actually hear the bells. It's just that's different. That's a
through
twist.
sound and songs? Maybe that's what it feeds off of.
It sounds in the group there was a lady, I don't remember her name, she was older than me. She's German. She talked about a plague church in Germany. I don't know, I have no idea if this is a real thing. Talked about something, and a woman on Christmas Eve killed her babies and killed herself.
Yeah. So
And when the bells were ringing for the morning,
I heard this was I remember like reading about this one too. I think this one was also in my video.
she said, "It's in the bells."
Yes, I definitely talked about that. in my
I don't
video.
know,
That's
something about the
interesting.
plague church. The plague church, apparently, is what she called it.
I also don't remember why it was called the Plague Church. I just kind of remember it was she killed herself on the steps of the church. And then like the town stopped ringing the bells on Christmas Day, like in the morning or something.
I don't know if it's a real place.
Do we know where this is or no?
Said
I
Germany?
believe she was from Germany,
Germany.
but I don't know. I don't know how real that is. I just know it's what she said.
Right.
What the hell did she call that woman? She called the woman the Mueller woman.
I have no idea.
I don't know. But the town didn't play midnight mass bells.
Midnight
From-
Mass bells.
She said.
that was it. That was
She said
it.
before the Americas, they'd stop playing the bells on Christmas because of it.
Yeah, I'd heard about her. I saw that
That's
story.
interesting.
So I guess that one's made the rounds.
So when you saw this, you think it was a coincidence or confirmation when you saw this this similar song in the case that you said?
I don't want it to be that it's connected, but I can't help but think it is.
Yeah. Okay. So you really felt that.
Oof.
Okay. Did you feel like watched afterwards?
I feel like I'm being watched right now.
Me too.
Okay. That is a decent answer.
Contact is messed
Yeah.
up.
There's always people watching, so that is a good.
Okay.
That's
Wait,
what I believe, at least.
why do
You're
you believe
inviting
that?
people.
Spirits.
You're inviting people.
Yeah.
You want people to watch.
Oh, okay, that's what he's going for. Okay.
I'm trying to
Yes.
hide from people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the best way to face things is head on. I think we should just try to get to the root cause and you know.
So it seems like
Understand.
some of these questions that they're asking were pre-planned in advance, and other ones he's kind of like leapfrogging off the back, and it's improving a little bit.
Up against it rather than hide or like, yeah, something like that. But everybody's different.
I had a black friend growing up who used to say, "That's the problem with you white people. You hear a noise, you walk towards it."
I made that joke earlier, kind of, about like your inner white woman. Hey!
That's good. So if it's not supernatural, why does it keep showing up? What's going on?
Lots of
Well, I
things
don't
keep
know if it's
showing
not
up.
supernatural. I think what it is it's not tied to it's not tied to anyone's religion.
Right.
I think a lot of people want to believe in things because it confirms what they want to believe. So if someone believes in possession from a demon, that means there must be a devil. It means there must be a God. So if you believe in ghosts, well, then there must be a heaven or a hell. So there's life after death. I see people come into this funeral home all the time, and they want me to tell them I saw something. And I have to look at them and say, whatever makes you feel comforted. And then they hold their little beads and they say their little secret whispers.
Your secret whispers. Hail Mary, full of grace.
And now
Blessed are God for these thy gifts.
it's like someone's whispering in my mind, and I don't want them to anymore because I don't believe in it.
Right.
So I wonder if maybe the supernatural is really just something we don't understand yet.
Well, that's what I've
It is
always
real.
assumed.
But
That
not
like, not always, I guess, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff that we don't understand. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's supernatural. It just means that we don't understand it. So, like, are there ghosts as, like, in the departed spirits of past loved ones? I don't think so. But, you know, there's definitely things that happen that are difficult to explain. I mean, do I think it's a ghost? No, I don't think it's a ghost. Can I explain it all? Not all of it. Am I okay with that? Yes. I have never been I've never needed to know all the answers. You know, I've never needed to know it all. It's like I'm comfortable with not knowing everything. I think it's okay to not know everything. And I think that stuff like this is one of those things that it's like it doesn't need necessarily a solid answer. This guy might want a solid answer about what's going on with his ears or whatever, but in general, it's like I think that there's reasons and easy explanations before it's a monster, but that's just me.
because it's magic.
All right, hold that thought. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh,
we
right
have a
back.
quick message.
Yep.
If you'd like to talk to Michael Paul or Mr. Curbs, shoot an email to theSinisterDistrict@gmail.com. That's theSinisterDistrict@gmail.com.
They seem like they're good listeners.
You can also join the Sinister District Discord server in the description. This is the Sinister District.
I mean, they seem like they're good listeners. I don't know what else kind of thing they talk about.
So, have you had any physical encounters, or would you say it's mostly through the sound?
Or the lack of
Besides the
sound.
dead man?
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
I guess.
That
True, yeah.
yeah, besides him, because
Or the
that was totally a separate thing. Sir. Sorry. I'm trying to be nice. I feel like that was a separate thing. Or it was connected, but it wasn't like your interaction. It sounded to me that they were asking about you personally. Have you not seen something, but you know, like out there, have you witnessed something personally, not just saw a dead body? If that makes sense.
Scribbled out poem.
You said you were German, right?
No.
No, sir.
No, you're not.
I know the story.
He
The
said
story
Polish,
is
right?
German.
He said
Polish,
Polish, French.
French, a little Irish is in there. Well, they say Scott Irish, but I don't know what that is. I think it's just Irish.
Irish.
They tell me that, but I can't find any connection to Scotland in my family, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So if you encountered this creature head on, this entity, what would you do?
Again, some
turn
of these
around
questions
if I
have been
could.
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, what's the other?
Let me
What's the other
let me-
answer? To that?
let me ask you a question. If you were in the ocean and you saw a shark, what would you do?
Panic. Try to get in a
That's
boat.
a good point. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's survival instincts, right?
I was attacked by a dog once when I was a kid. That
Uh,
dog was just scared. That dog was just scared.
How did that go? What
It was
happened?
me. Jumped up and bit me. I got stitches. Oh,
Is the dog okay?
Where'd it get you?
face and my arms, put my arms
Ugh.
to protect myself. That's the survival thing you were talking about.
Right.
But that's, I didn't plan any of that. It just happened. I don't think I could have outrun that dog if I tried.
I got bowled over by a dog once. We were running, and the dog just, it was a chocolate lab. I was 5. It ran me over. I fell to the ground. It was terrifying, and then it ran back over me again. He was just playing. He was very excited to have all the children running around, but freaked me out for big dogs forever after that.
Yeah, I think humans are pretty slow compared to most things. So, if we would have an encounter, if
And
we
they're
would
also
run,
a lot weak. They're also a lot weaker than a lot of things. The only thing humans really have are tools.
Persistence
Tools
hunting.
usually.
yeah, it's kind of crazy how we rule the world.
And we can bounce back from a lot
like
of
we're
stuff,
kind of
is the
weak.
thing. Like, if you get treatment, like, there's a lot of stuff that humans can bounce back from that, a lot of other animals can't, so.
Fragile.
Yeah, but then again, we have the most technology. Like we invented.
We have the biggest
like,
brains.
guns.
We're smart.
We invent guns. Like sure, a human can't beat a lion 1-on-1, but if you have a gun, then it's over.
When did your father tell you this poem? Usually, you say every Christmas or whenever. When did he say it?
I think the first time I ever heard it with my sisters was, I don't know, 6 maybe, 7.
Right.
Well, maybe the
And
first time you
then-
remember it. I feel like it would have been told earlier.
Again, we thought it was just something he made up, so we asked him. We would beg him to tell us. Or we'd say, "Do the song, Dad, and tell us about it." And he'd make stories up, and but it's funny now because now I can't stand the story.
Hmm.
But so you weren't like ever like
Sneeze.
scared of it as a kid. You like enjoyed the story.
I'm
It's a spooky
scared,
story.
but I think I was more. It's just like the story I read on the internet. I was excited to be part of something I knew no one else knew about. It was like being part of a secret.
That could be fun. I could see that.
And then now it's like, because I know the secret, it's my turn to pay up. Like I have to, like when you have a debt.
Hmm.
Wait, so is it like anyone who hears about this story like is in
Yeah, did
trouble?
you ring us?
Well, for your boys' sake and for whoever your listeners are, I hope that's not true.
Yeah, I was about to
Ring
say.
us.
That might not be good.
For 50 minutes.
Keep your eyes, or keep your ears open, but not too much.
It's like that tingler. If you want to think the tingler's going to get you, your own body will
bell.
grow that tingler, and that tumor will come out of you, and it'll
I never saw this movie,
strangle
so.
you.
Is that what happens in that movie?
In fact, maybe that's what the Jingle Man looks like.
He's just making
Maybe
stuff up
he
now.
doesn't have a body until he grows out of you like some kind of
Until you give him form.
thinking cancer.
You've got to give him form. I think
Yeah.
that could make sense. Like, I feel like that, again, if this story was sort of grown from a bunch of Christmas traditions, then like, or like a bunch of Christmas monsters, then it would make a certain amount of sense if like, no, he doesn't have a specific form. He's a little bit of everything, you know, whatever you think of.
I think here let's make our assumptions. What do we think this is? I think it's a spirit that feeds off of particular sounds and frequencies.
Interesting.
And
I think it's seasonal depression.
basically, that's how it.
I think
how
it's
it lives.
I think it's seasonal depression and your brain manifesting other physical symptoms because brains do that. They can make you all sorts of craziness. Like brains can make men have sympathetic pregnancies, you know? Like they would go through all of the hormonal issues that women do. But like and like even to the point of like getting big, like but they're not pregnant, obviously. But, like, brains can make your body do all sorts of crazy shit.
Because different entities feed off different things.
I think that's going a little far, personally.
Whatever reason.
Trying to be
I
nice.
think
I'm
it's
trying to be
some
nice.
sort of spirit. I don't know if it's
I did not make it to the end of the video. I tried.
cryptid. Because.
Cryptids are more like animals.
Yeah. But what do you think?
Oh. So
Me?
I think your explanations are as good as anything I can think of. I don't.
they need a cynic
What
on this
they
joint.
say? The 70s, the CIA, they were trying to find psychics,
Oh, they
people who
were.
could
This is true.
do things with their mind.
Yeah, they were.
And the CIA didn't think that people had magic powers. They thought that people were just born different and some people could do things with their mind. I wonder if this thing can only exist if people who have that all feed off each other. And then it's able to grow and become a physical thing.
I don't think there's such thing as psychic powers, though. We're getting a little into the realm of the fantastical now.
Interesting thought.
Maybe it only exists for a little while. And then most of the time it just exists as a frequency,
That's an interesting
like a
thought.
echo. And once it hits you, if you're just born a certain way and you're around other people that are a certain way, maybe we're what lets it reproduce, spread.
You want to be special, sir? Sorry.
And I
Hope
think
it doesn't spread to the viewers.
I don't think it will. You'll be fine.
let's hope not.
You'll be all right.
Don't sing this poem.
It's the Bloody Mary thing, I think. You know?
Don't mess with the Ouija board. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Send your questions to us at the sinisterdistrict@gmail.com, and if you have experienced anything similar, please reach out to us. You could email us or join our Discord in the link in the description. But yeah, this is a fascinating entity.
It's a pleasure
Cool.
having you on. hope things get better for you.
This is a really unique story. I haven't heard too many similar, and
Yeah, it's pretty different, which is why I like the whole.
Not too popular. So let's try to see if anybody else has experienced it. But yeah, what do you have to say, John? Any other words to the viewers here?
If there's a cure, I want to hear about it. And if there's not a cure, I hope it ends with me and the other people that are dealing with it.
Aw, that's nice.
Wow. Well, yeah, that just about does it, folks. Curbs, what do you have to say?
Thanks for being on.
Curbs doesn't have a lot to say.
Boys, thank you for not making fun of me.
That was nice.
Thanks for not using my real name. I appreciate it.
See, I was right. Not his real name.
Until next time, folks, it's been a good one from the Sinister District and the Great Beyond. I wish you all a good night.
Bye.
If you hear bells, don't listen. Good night, folks.
All right. See, these are fun. That was different. I have not really done anything like that before. But that was the Sinister District podcast. Take on the Jingle Man. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, like I said, I will link their video and their channel below. Small channel right now. But I think that they could potentially grow. And I mean, again, these are interesting. I do find these like tales and creepy stories and cryptids and creepypastas, and I find this kind of thing very interesting, and I like it a lot. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what I should look at next. See you there.